Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Dan. And today, as you can see, I'm still continuing my Disney movie marathon by talking about the movies, obviously, their TV shows, I don't know, whatever the case may be. So for this video, I figured I would just talk about another documentary. Yes, another damn thing of these folks again. So for this video is the one for Viking Warrior Women, which yes originally was some belonged to something else, a general uh National Geographic kind of a thing, I guess. Belonged to that program at first, but Disney has it now on their platform where I stumbled across this. So I just figured since I've reviewed some of these anyway, these damn documentaries, so whatever, guess. So it's like one of those drama type stuff, of course. So, okay. So women can actually be in the battlefield just like the men can. So could there be a chance that maybe some people trying to cover this up that only men can do it? So yeah, trying to explore this kind of idea here that somebody's orphaned daughter who was driven by revenge and become this explorer and this kind of a thing in the lands of these Vikings and whatever. So he's trying to go into this kind of a thing, I guess. So basically, that's the idea here is that this documentary goes into something to show how women could lead the same kind of roles as men would in the Viking war, whether it be a chief, a warrior, what have you. Trying to base this upon some scientific research, I guess you would say, as some historians would know that there's certain things that may happen, of course. So, okay, sure. I mean, yeah, it shouldn't be a secret that Viking women did fight along the side with men, of course. And yeah, that sounds like a possibility, of course. But yeah, so anyway, this is something I figured to talk about because I figured that this was a good chance to talk about this kind of a thing, some documentaries or whatever. Yes, this could be a good way to revisit the theme of Vikings for some people if this is your cup of tea. And yes, as I mentioned before, this in fact is on Disney Plus, of course. So yeah, it does seem like there is a way to suggest that there are male-dominated species that may or may not be inherently unequal in the ancient Rome. Well, okay, that's a bit debatable, I guess, for some people, I guess. And whatnot. There are lots of examples of quality in the context of what is still a male-driven culture. Sure, I mean, when it comes to historical things like this, yeah, I'm one of those people that didn't really talk about this kind of a thing too much, really. So, as it's not really my cup of tea when it comes to this kind of when it comes to the certain subject matter such as this, Vikings. I mean, yeah, I was never really a Viking kind of a person, really, but I do know that there are people out there who are into this kind of a thing, and that's fine if you are, and there's nothing wrong with that, sure. But okay, that is definitely a thing, obviously, when it comes to this, of course. And from I guess for what it's worth, it's pretty alright, I guess. I did like the I did like how they were trying to show that they did some research and what have you. Of course, at least even if it's to some extent, I guess, trying to show what they used and whatnot. To you look at the skeletons and stuff like this. Trying to do some sort of, I guess, piece like a puzzle and piece things together. Do some sort of research and whatnot. Do the best on what they can gather from these labs on computers and whatnot as a way to just gather as much information as they could to come up with some sort of decent conclusion throughout their what they can do with the research, studying, and whatnot. I mean, sure, and I mean, I don't see why not. That's what you're supposed to do as a researcher, I guess you can say. And He's trying to show the process of this, obviously. So, I mean, I guess you can definitely give this a watch if this sounds like a cup of tea, I guess. Sure, whatever. But yeah, for like I said, they were saying they're trying to be educational, of course, in some sort of fashion, I guess. But yeah, it's trying to show some sort of conclusion and prove that there were women who were Vikings. I mean, okay, sure. And yeah, there's some sciencey bits here and there that may seem uh interesting, at least to some extent. I did like the music that was done used for this, trying to be really dramatic. And sure, there was that. I mean, I don't mind it really. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it was not a complete waste of time, really, and whatnot. Even if there are better documentaries out there that discuss the same kind of a thing, but in regards of this, yeah, it was pretty alright, I suppose. It wasn't too bad. There are more worse ways to waste your time, I guess. But yeah, these individuals could be pretty threatening for a lot of people, I guess. This documentary does explore some sort of explanation of some found evidence, I guess you can say, by questioning the assumptions of what the people should and shouldn't do and what they're capable of doing by using this type of technology. So okay, sure, why not? If this sounds like a cup of tea, I suggest giving it a shot. Anyway, I'll give this an overall rating of a 6.8 out of 10. It gets a 6.8 out of 10 for me. As always, thanks for watching, and take care until next time. See ya. Oh yeah, later.